Welcome, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peoples. So let's talk about Atlanta season 2, episode 8. I don't know what I actually think about this episode. It was kind of crazy, but it was deep at the same time. It seems like Paperboy's going through a lot of transitioning, and he has to make a decision. He has to make a choice: either accept who he is and be the star that he wants to be and supposed to be, or stay and purgatory, stay at a state where he doesn't grow. So anyways, we start off with Paperboy. He's at home, his house is dirty, everything's dirty, like there's laundry everywhere. It's like, it seems like he's depressed, it seems like he's down. He barely even wants to answer his phone, and he sleeps all day. His mother came over to try to help him and try to get him to get up, but he didn't get up, and it was around 12 noon. I was just like, damn. So like, he's supposed to be out and about, doing business, because it doesn't seem like he did a show last night, and we don't see him in the studio. We don't see Paperboy making money, but he does get a phone call, and it is from Ern, and Ern is trying to tell him, hey, yo, listen, you got to sign a document, you got to sign that paperwork, you got to do it by Wednesday. And he was like, yeah, I didn't even look at it. So it seems like he's not enthusiastic like he used to be. He's not really feeling where he's at. He's like stagnant. He's not growing, and he's kind of like stuck in the same place, stuck in the same rut, and he seems like he's not happy or satisfied with where he is at, but he doesn't know how to move or to accept or try to make the moves to become who he wants to become. Like last season, he was about the music, he was about everything, and it seems like it has died down. It's like, damn, he got robbed twice this season. Twice Paperboy has been vulnerable and got robbed. So it's also showing you like the sides of people that are starting out in the entertainment business, but they're still keeping it real and still living in the hood. But the hood is, you got money now, like you're a target, like people are going to take from you and what you have, even though they support you and they like your music, but they still gonna rob you. We hear about rappers getting robbed all the time and people trying to get clout from it, but these people are just robbing him and not trying to get clout from it. So anyways, we got Darius. He learns how to make pasta. He's talking about put his foot in it, and he put his whole foot in the goddamn pasta. I was like, oh shit. So he's asking, Paperboy, where you going? He was like, I'm going to chill with Sierra. And he was like, Darius was like, oh, so I thought a girlfriend wasn't your thing. And he was like, well, she ain't my girlfriend like that. You know what I mean? Like, she ain't my girl. We just chilling. So he jumps up in the car with her, and they're chilling. They're riding around. She was like, oh, that's the strip club I used to strip at. And she was like, you might have seen me there back in the day. And he was like, she was like, I might have been grinding all up on your junk, like thinking that you was another broke ass nigga up in here. And he was like, oh yeah, I might have been thinking that you was another broke ass hoe with stretch marks. I was like, oh shit. She started laughing because she liked that, and all of a sudden his music came on and they're chilling. Like, she's kind of like a star. She's kind of like an Instagram star, a celebrity. She does photo shoots, she does pictures, she does hair, and she keeps her shit right. You know what I mean? You see that Escalator or whatever Cadillac truck that she was in. You know what I'm saying? So basically, she's at the spot where he should be at, I believe. Like, she's out there. She got a manager. She got people giving her free gear, clothes, and people want to take pictures with her and all that other good stuff. And it seems like Paperboy ain't there yet, and he's supposed to be there, but it takes time for him to get there. He needs the tools and the steps. And she's trying to tell him like, yo, you need to step up your game or whatever. And then they go inside the clothing store or whatever, and she's trying to get him some of these nice Michael Jackson looking shoes, karate shoes or whatever. And so, he's like, nah, I like the way I am. I like the way that I dress. I like my style already. She was like, people gonna get tired of that doughboy look, that ghetto boy look. People gonna get tired of that polo and cargo shorts look. You need to step up your game and change with the times and change with everything. And he was thinking about it. He was like, how much these shoes cost anyway? She was like, you're supposed to get these shoes free. Honey, have your manager call the store and get the shoes free, whatever. He was like, Ern can't do that. Ern ain't about that. Ern don't got that type of clout. You know what I mean? She was like, well, you need to step up your game and get somebody that you can. You need to get with a big dick manager. I was like, oh shit. So basically, she's kind of like telling, Paperboy, he needs to step up his game, his business, and get with the right people. Basically causing maybe for, Paperboy to think that maybe he needs to switch up his game with Ern, and Ern ain't doing what he's supposed to do. But this is Ern's first client. Ern ain't really a manager, but it's his cousin, and basically his cousin keeps him real or whatever. So is what it is. And then she, she was bossing people around in the store, and she was like, he was like, damn, you boss up like that. So basically, because she got clout, people don't want the negativity. So basically, they follow her and do what she says. And he was like, oh, you got white people moving like that. And so basically, she's kind of like at the step that he needs to be at, where he should be going towards Stetter and his stagnant state, where he don't got no money. And he was, so they go to the nail shop or whatever. Then when I go to the nail shop, he was like, oh, I'm not about this. I'm not about getting my nails done and all this other stuff. And he was like, I don't know why you dudes be acting like that, because you should get your shit together, get your shit right. That, get your, there's nothing wrong with pampering yourself and taking care of your skin. I swear when guys do that, people think that they're gay and shit. There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself. And she was like, I wear makeup or whatever. He was like, you don't need to wear makeup. She was like, well, you know what? I got to look good. I have to stand up because I'm competing with Becky and competing with Susie, with the big butts, with the big titties, with the big lips and the injections and the Botox and the lip gloss and all this other stuff. So I'm selling hair on Instagram, so I gotta look like, my shit gotta be right every time they see me. And she was like, nobody wants to follow a celebrity that looks just like them. So she was trying to say that you gotta step up your game, you gotta look different. Like, you're competing with so many different people that got machines behind them, people supporting them, and they might be faking a funk, but faking until you make it. Basically, that's what Ciara is trying to get across to Paperboy. But the way that she's giving it, the information she's trying to get across to him, comes off fake to him. And he was like, no, I want to be real. I want to stay real, yo. I don't want to do all that other stuff. So basically, he don't want to change. He wants to stay who he is. He thinks, staying in the hood, walking around, and living like he's living, and being around everybody else in the hood, where he can be easily taken advantage of by savages, because now he has something to live for. He has a goal, and he's making money. She was like, you haven't been real since you're on the radio and you get money. You ain't real. She was like, yo, we need to collab and do something together. You know what I mean? Like, we can have sex every now and then, attach each other, share our brands, basically blow up, do something to get people talking, because that's why 6ix9ine stays in the media, because he trolls. He stays in the media. That's what he does. And so basically, she's saying that, Paperboy needs to do the same thing as well. He needs to start trolling and stay in the media, showing that he's here and there. So she tried to take a picture of him to put it on Instagram, and he was like, nah, delete that, paper. I didn't tell you to take that picture. I didn't tell you to do this, and I didn't tell you to do that. So basically, she's trying to tell him the realness, like, yo, we're competing with everybody. And she was just like, yo, like, she's on some real shit when she's talking about, competing with all these other people that want to, Caucasian females that sometimes that you do see in the media that have the corn braids, talk black, act black, get, try to act like they're from the same low economic income and areas where indigenous people live, and try to be like them, and they get fame and they get fortune. And then the black girl that's actually from there, to trying to do something, she don't get the fame, she don't get the fortune. People don't look her up. She's talking about the Kardashian, the little girl that raps Meet Me Outside, and all the rest of them, even the girl that was signed to T.I. or whatever, Iggy or whatever her name is, and just like different stars that, and even Miley Cyrus at one point in time was taking over, acting like she was black and she was down and she was from the hood and all this other stuff. Not like she was from the hood, but like she knew the lingo and all this other stuff. And then boom, let that shit go, and she's on The Voice, the Voice. So so basically that's the point that she was trying to make. But Paperboy was like, yo, I don't want to change. I don't want this industry to eat me up. But he has to, if he wants to be a part of this industry, he has to do it. He has to promote himself and accept that he is famous, and accept that he's going to be a star and he's making money, that he's not in the same level that he was last year. Now he has to progress, or he's going to stay the same, and people are going to forget about him, because he can't keep the same doughboy style. He has to change up. And that's why you see when many different artists, they come out one way, one time they're really goody two shoes, then they're a bad person, then they're a knowledgeable person, then they're a skateboard person, then they're a rap person. They switch up and they change up. So basically that's what she was trying to tell him. But he was like, nah, I'm not with all that fake shit. So he gets up and he bounces and he walks away, and he's walking away with his shoes. And then so there's 3 dudes walking and whatever. I'm like, damn. It's like, they're gonna be fans, but every time Paperboy come in contact with fans, it's always negative. It's never good. And so anyways, he walks up And they was like, oh, you're Paperboy, yeah. And it was like, oh, we listen to your music all the time. My mother swears I listen to you too much or whatever. And then all of a sudden, Paperboy realized, and he was like, oh, what you keeping it real? Like, oh, you keeping this hood? Like, they was like, where's your car at? Like, where's your security? Basically, they was like, yo, you're just like us, so we're gonna do we're gonna rob you. Basically, you're a lick right now. Just like if it was anybody else walking down that street and ran into them three boys, there was gonna be a lick for them. And so they punched him, took his chain, took his watch or whatever. He's fighting with the homeboy with the gun, basically trying not to get shot. The other one's like, I got his chain or whatever. He's fighting back. He's actually kind of getting the best of them. He's getting punched and shit like that. So he actually knocked the dude out that had the gun, but he still had the gun. He started shooting at him. And it was like, damn, this is like a horror story. This is like a bad story. And this shit does happen to people. And it's just like, it's all messed up because it's supposed to be love, because he's keeping it real, because he's from that low economic income area. He wants to keep it real with them, but they're keeping it 100 real with him, that we're going to rob you. You're a lick. You're different. You got a way out. Which they have a way out too, but they don't see it or notice it, or they have not found what they were smart in or what they can actually bank off and make money off of, because they don't know how. So anyways, he runs into the woods. He gets lost. Then he meets this crazy ass guy that is singing and making noises, and was like, oh, them bad boys, they went this way, they went that way, they went over this way. So basically the dude was like, yo, they went all over the place. And then, Paperboy, he's walking and he's feeling like, okay, he's walking. First he lays down under the tree and he's hiding with a stick. His mouth is bleeding. He's hurt. He's sore. Shit just happened to him that was just messed up. He got into the argument with this girl, and then now he got this homeless guy that lives out in the woods where he's at, and actually, following him around and singing and talking to him. And basically, he was like, you need to stop blaming people. You need to stop speaking to people like they're down, insulting people and disrespecting them in their house. You need to treat people right. You need to stop acting like you're all that, basically. And I was just like, damn, this shit is all fucked up. And so basically he was like, and he's following him around and he's singing to him. He was like, you keep running around these woods, I'm going to end up taking your wallet. I'm going to take some of the money in your pocket or whatever. So basically the homeless guy is trying to give him money, trying to give him chapstick as well. He was like, no, I don't want that chapstick or whatever. So Paperboy is wandering around. He can't get out. And it's just like, the guy is just like, the guy's following him around, was like, and singing and shit. So it seems like, I don't know, it seems like it was at the point, and then the gang, and then he goes, sometimes it makes me wonder how it keeps from going under. Sometimes I wonder how I keep from going under. So basically that's what it seems like with Paperboy. He's wondering how he can keep from going under, because they got this guy chasing him. All this shit is happening. He doesn't know where he's gonna go. And this guy was like, yo, I'll take your wallet, I'll take your shit, I'll take everything, boy. Don't. And then so they see a deer. So Paperboy already seen this deer that's already got his guts out, which reminds you of Get Out or whatever. Some of the episode kind of reminds you of Get Out or whatever. And so with that situation, he's looking at it, and the guy was like, I'm going to call you Big Black Deer Guts. I'm going to call you Deer Guts or whatever, because that's what you're going to be. You're like the Walking Dead. He was like, yo, you better. So then Paperboy finally goes back to the same spot he was at first, hiding, and the guy started drinking. And the guy said, yo, I'm going to take your wallet, I'm going to take your shoes, I'm going to take your sweater. So, and then he puts that, box cutter towards his neck. And he was like, only people that got time are dead people. Either you dead or you're going to be dead. I'm going to take everything from you, because nobody knows that you're here in these woods. So I can take whatever I want. I can do whatever I want to you, because it's just me, you here. And he was like, you just like your mother. He's saying all these. He's rambling on because he is crazy, he is drunk, he is a homeless, but he's rambling on, and but basically he's giving Paperboy a chance, and he's telling Paperboy, you need to make a decision. You make a decision how to get out of here. You need to make a decision. So basically the decision is where Paperboy accepts who he is and go towards what he wants, and keep himself in the same time, but embrace being famous and making music as well. And so he was like, when he said only people that got time are dead people, and if you're going to take them, and so if you dead, you got a lot of time, whatever. So you better make a decision, you better make a choice. I'm gonna count to 30. If you don't get out of here, then you're a dead man, basically. And so Paperboy actually is able to get out, and he's at the gas station, and he meets another fan, and he embraces it. He takes a picture with him, and he's like sharing. He didn't care how he looked. He was bleeding. He was like, I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna take it. And basically, it was crazy. Like, this fan just really wanted to take a picture with him and didn't want to rob him or whatever, but it wasn't a gas station, and it was a Caucasian kid, and it wasn't on the street. So basically now, so I guess, Paperboy, when he got from the gas station, when he got out of the woods, he started crying. But when the guy threatened him, said, yo, you got it. So you either fight or you flight. You know what I mean? So he has to fight for what he wants. He has to fight for what he believes in. And he has to fight with Earn and put the fire under Earn belt, because before he was all on Earn. Like, they was going to the basketball, they was going to tournaments, they was doing shows. He was everywhere, and he's not doing that. He's stagnant. So now he has to take the decision, sign them papers, go in the studio and start making music. And he has to make pop music. He has to make rap music. And he has to embrace the internet. He has to embrace IG if he actually want to grow. He has to embrace social media. So he took the picture, and he's smiling in the picture, and he's like, oh, take it from this angle. So now Paperboy has accepted being Paperboy, accepted being a star and being a celebrity. But it was a hard lesson for him to learn, and basically he had to go through this trial and tribulation to realize, okay, I gotta change up, I gotta do things differently. So maybe he might hook up with Sierra, but he's going to embrace the media, he's going to embrace the music, and he's going to accept it. When people come to him and want to take pictures or whatever, he's going to be more inviting and more nice, I guess. But he was fighting, like, he got robbed twice already. So with this episode, I'll give it a B minus. I give this episode a B minus. But it was deep, so maybe a B plus, because it was all about Paperboy mentality to fight for what he wants and get out of the stagnant situation. And he has to make a decision on his career. Decision, is he going to stay with Earn? A decision, is he going to go, if he's going to change up his style, he's going to do different things differently, and he's going to promote himself more. So he has made the decision to embrace music and embrace who Paperboy is, because he took that picture with the kid, no matter the way he looked, with the blood, beat up, whatever. He just took it, and so now he has to have pride, and his persona has to change and be different. But he doesn't have to change who he is. He can still be real, still have his convictions, still have his morals, but he also has to accept what comes with fame. Anyways, peace. I'm out. One love. Tell me what you think about the episode, and Southern Charm will be up tomorrow. Peace. I'm out. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It would be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peace, my peoples. Mary Jane is signing off.